Yo, going on, gang? I could get a little. So we were going to play Hulk Ultimate Destruction tonight, but unfortunately, my PlayStation 2, I believe, is in the crap. I think that, yeah, I think that it's got some problems. It's either reading discs wrong, or it's not reading discs at all. So we've got a local shop that I believe will be able to take a look at it for me. But it kind of stinks, man. I really I was kind of looking today, but what do you do? So we're gonna play more Tunche, um, and I kind of wanted to talk. I kind of wanted to talk about like just what makes good combat in combat games. Oh my ox. Okay, that might be a little too loud. Let me know if that's. But I wanted to talk about like combat and satisfying combat in games and what makes Tunche, which I have been obsessed with for the past little bit, what makes it such a fun experience. So we're gonna play with Poncho. Now Poncho is a cool character. He is probably the strongest physically than any of the other characters, and he is also probably he has like the least fun stuff when it comes to like special attacks, at least at first. So he's just got like a couple of punches, right? He kind of looks like he'd be like your brawler type. But this is a really cool thing that the Tunche team did. They gave him like a ton of mobility, like so much mobility. Um, and what's cool is like I think to me one of the most fun things about brawlers games like this is when they decide to allow player freedom and like uh how do I explain it? Like I feel like it's really cool when they let players just go fucking nuts. And play the game. Um Cancels. They don't hide, they don't try to like take any of the broken stuff. They don't try to take that away. They just let it rip. And this game very much does that. Where they like there is a lot of really fun shit. So I thought at first that this belly flop was stupid. I thought this was not a good move. It turns out this move is great. It hits twice. First on going up and then coming down, almost like Blob's level 1 in X-Men Next Dimension. But it turns out you can bop, 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 and you can air dash out of it. So you can hit these dudes. Ooh, this is perfect. So that is a really fun thing that like I had no idea. And you can escape so many situations with this character. And then you kind of get this slide as you hit characters, so you're not just flat on the ground. So yeah, like that is one of the things that's really cool. So the other thing that's cool about this game is you can cancel into launcher immediately. So this is punch, launcher. So you can actually cancel like any button directly in the launcher. It doesn't matter like what you're doing at the time. You can cancel in a launcher and then jump. You can also cancel everything into jumps. You can also cancel everything into rolls. So there's a lot of freedom in how you approach an attack, which I think is my favorite thing in these kinds of games, is when you're given options. So like, like bop, bop, he's dead. and like that was a launch. There's also like the plethora of systems that you're given to play with. So like not only do you have like grounded combos, right, but you also have air combos. We got to take care of these. Bop, 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 bop. You can dash. You can actually do stuff as long as you can stay in the air, which is really interesting. So you can do. Do you get, no, you get multiple air dashes. I believe you get multiple air dashes. But that's another cool thing. You can stay in the air. Then you can ladder down. Again, this is, I think Tunche is probably, he's not like my favorite character by any stretch of the imagination, but I think he's a really cool example of a character that would appear at like base value, or you know, just like from tropes that you know, he appears more simple than he actually is. He is simple, but he has a lot of cool options that aren't immediately apparent. Will surprise you. So again, he is, I think his magic and like his range options are fairly limited. That's his only ranged option. But he has like, this is cool. You can hit B right after that. You can hit dodge after that. So if you do this normally, well, you land flat. But if you hit dodge, you can do it in the air. Or we have a cool thing here where you can launch everybody. And then you can launch them again when you have a special power-up, which is really cool. The other thing that's neat about this character in particular is his volley here. This is a special move, and that pierces enemies. Now, there's not a lot of piercing attacks in the game, which is sort of why that one is unique. A lot of attacks will sort of stop at a specific enemy, and that's really it. So you'll, if they're attacking like that frog just was, there's not much you can do because you can't hit them, because they're stuck behind other enemies. But with that guy, oh, and then this is, I practiced, this is a new move here. I don't really like it. It's okay. I would say his supers are probably some of the least cool in the game, but he has some sauce, dude. And the other thing about this game is combat isn't super serious. You have the style meter on the upper, over here, on this side, and it's a lot like Devil May Cry. Like, I think it's supposed to be, you know, reminiscent of Devil May Cry. And Devil May Cry has so much swagger, so much style. In this game, you know, like, it's like, you know, there is an attempt, but the enemies do not really pose too much of a challenge, just like the enemies in Devil May Cry. You're there, like, enemies are there to be like, to be fun little, like, punching bags, basically. And that's what this is, which I love to see, because it allows you to do a bunch of cool stuff. Also, I forgot, you've got a sick belly bump, and that move in particular, it's incredible, because most other characters, they have a bit of lag. So after sort of like falling to the ground, they will, like, they can't attack. They're kind of stuck in a little animation. I've gotten in so much trouble because I decide that it's okay to, you know, do that down attack. Well, you somehow managed to miss home. But Tunche has basically no qualms with attacking out of it. So that's great. Like, Tunche is not my favorite. I think Rumi is still my favorite. I love her different options. But Tunche has some interesting stuff, and I think it's really cool that they recognize that sort of this, and I'm not even sure if this was intentional. They thought, oh hey, this jump should be able to be canceled. Like, the fact that he's airborne, you can, like, this is like a pseudo launch, and he's just so like, I think in general, this is super neat, and this is a great game. And we're gonna go through like, oh yeah, this guy can't be hurt. We just have to avoid him for 40 seconds. I think they're immortal. But we just have to avoid him. I'm not sure we'll be able to do that. Poncho's definitely one of the slower members of the crew. We almost that was, oh. And okay, so what else is cool about this game in combat? So you are given different spiritual cores, which is over here in the you'll see I have these guys to my right. Or, not my guy, to my right. We have these knives spinning around my head. So those will affect combat. So basically, like, they'll add to my style points every time I use a trick, and they will damage enemies slowly but surely. And you know, as you're like sort of looking to get stuff in, get hits in, build your style meter. Oh, so fun, dude. I think, like, in general, it's just the potential of this game is so intense. I would love to see more, what's the right word? Sophisticated? I wouldn't say this game is particularly sophisticated when it comes to combat, but it is very well, like, the fact that you can buy different like upgrades for your, like, this is great. You can turn your dodge roll into an attack, which I absolutely love. That move in general is already a good move. Body slam. He's so strong. Poncho might be the easiest, strongest character. He kind of reminds me of Homer Simpson. From, you know, The Simpsons, in the Simpsons arcade game. But there's a lot of subtle nuances to these characters that are really, really cool. And they feel really good. I would say, like, I haven't played Hat Kid yet. I've been trying to beat the game with the core cast of the South American characters before I dig into Hat Kid. But these characters are just cool. So here you go, like, we're able to absolutely demolish these bosses. Stuff like this. We get hit because, of course, we do. We're going hard in the paint. But, like, bop, 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 bop. It's like, obviously we have leveled up our Poncho quite a bit. But he's still super fun. And being able to own these bosses always feels good. It would also be remiss of me if I did not mention that on February 28th, from midnight Thursday, so not, so like after Thursday's done, the following midnight, so 12 a.m. Friday until, right, I think it's the 28th, so tomorrow's, yeah, so the 28th, it's going to be Consumer Blackout Day. So if you are, like me, not into the current administration and their garbage handling of literally everything, you should absolutely consider not buying anything essential, and show them that, hey, we're not into their shit, and, you know, show them with our wallets that we're not into it. I've actually, like, we've canceled Amazon Prime. I think, like, it's important that we, you know, we're doing things that are in line with our values, and I don't think billionaires and shit like that is all that great for the country. So that is my soapbox. I hope y'all, you know, decide to do something if you feel like that aligns with your values, and even if it doesn't, consider it. And there you go. So this is the other thing. So the spiritual cores are very cool. They're a cool addition, and they sort of give this game its roguelike quality. At a certain point, you stop really like needing spiritual cores because you're like, it's pretty easy to just straight up demolish mobs. It's just easy. I love that you bounce those guys like little basketball. But they make for some fun stuff. So you can basically, you've got these spiritual cores, and we'll show them off here. So we have Vital Explorer that gives us a little bit of health and mana back every time we enter a new room. Usually. Ritual Blade, when we hit people with magic attacks, the blades will fly out and ping them and add to our stylish grade. Stylish grade, yeah. The Dazzling Style, so this will create electricity, lightning that will just come down and hit people, and you have to get stylish grade A. So a lot of this is like, a lot of these are tied to sort of these skill-based, arbitrary sort of skill-based practices in the game. The game wants you to get high skill, wants you to like try different combos, try different moves from different characters, because you'll be able to see some cool stuff if you do. You'll be, it will benefit you if you do. Now, we only got B there. That's totally fine. Typically, when you don't have too many enemies and they die really quickly, what do, right? Holy shit. 527 cores. So you can also level up all your cores. So I have, some of these cores I have totally maxed out. A lot of the weapon cores I have invested pretty heavily in because that's just, they're really good for, beating bosses and blah, blah, blah. But what's really cool is like you can keep that going. So like they really do sort of provide game-changing bonuses, frankly, to doing the things you want to do. So like if you really like dot effects or like dot effects are cool. I'm a big fan. Poison, blah blah blah. You can get those, you can sort of build towards those things by investing in certain spiritual cores. So there's a poison one, there's a burn one, lightning is a damage over time. This ritual blade, but again, there's burn, so there's burn, poison, like lightning. Maybe there's a couple more. You can level those up. So it's like, maybe it poisons 15% of the time, and then, maybe it poisons 20% of the time. Or you have a 20% chance, right? Which is like, that's totally up my alley. And you can spend spiritual cores that you get to do that kind of stuff. And make your characters more powerful. Well, there's one that I wasn't getting because, I can't remember, I think it's called Rush. And I wasn't getting it regularly because I didn't think it was very good. Because I hadn't read the level, like the maxed thing. And the maxed thing was, or on the most basic level, once you hit skill grade A, you move really fast. Which, like, okay, not that big a deal. However, at level 3, I believe it gives a certain chance to, like, melee hits, will attack twice. And that is so incredibly busted on these characters. Especially if you're critting all the time. It's just like, it's so good. So that's sort of been really fun to look at and like play around with. If possible, this is definitely a game worth supporting. If you did feel like, compelled. It is very cool and super fun. And again, hopefully you've seen sort of the options that you're given. This game is just like Devil May Cry, just like a lot of those games have really sophisticated and intricate combat systems. Tunche does a great job for a brawler, giving you lots of options, making you good about the choices that you do make. I actually forgot that there's this move here where you can. I totally forgot about. Are using it. I bought it. Yeah, it's just an upgrade where you can like shoot music down when you air dash, which is super cool. So that's another cool thing. Just like cool. I also realized that I like this this controller is kind of loud on my mic. So I'm gonna figure out how to maybe make it not so loud. Nobody can really stand up to Poncho here. Not even Yakaruna, who is the final boss, stands much of a chance. This dude puts out like so much damage. So much mobility, can just like really move around the map in ways that I think, again, are sort of antithetical to his typical archetype. Ooh, I got hit, which knocks down your grade. Got hit again. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. If you're not careful, you're getting donked. Clearly not playing sort of to my best. One of the reasons why I started to do this is, I mean, number one, I like playing video games, but I also really like about them. And I've always been fascinated by people who can have these like really great chats with their audiences while still playing games. They can like look at their audience, talk, and sort of maintain these two streams of thought, or at least compartmentalize their brain in like the playing and the thinking. Always been super impressed by that, and I thought I thought it would be fun to give it a try. And I don't think I'm particularly good at it, but I do have to say, like, I think that I have learned a lot doing it. Wow. And I do think it's very fun. Like, I think it's fun trying to... Yeah, I wonder how we keep this from being, like, weirdly loud. On the... This guy's always trying to give me gold. The speaker. This statue is somewhere deeper in the cat temple. Care about challenges. I would like to get more experience, I guess. But yeah, this game is super fun. Again, super fun game. Animations are stunningly beautiful. If, you know, if there's ever a reason to get something like this, you know, got bopped. That's the one that really hurts. So the little creatures, whatever those little creatures are, this, yeah, I just don't like that. This character. Ooh, the other thing that's cool is you can change your, you can change the trajectory of your, whatchamacallit. Change the trajectory of your... They're off screen, they're hard to hit. You can change the trajectory of your special moves. So, like, this is a strong hit, but you can just say, like, go this way. I really like that. Yeah, this game is super fun. If anyone ever gets a chance, you should absolutely try to give it a shot. Ooh, we use the invincibility on Super Startup to actually, like, not die. Oh, we got knocked out. We had our lightning going. Messed that up. So, yes, this game, yeah. I would love to do a video. I'm actually creating a video. I've got a script going for, I've got a script going for Conan, because I'd love to talk about the combat system in Conan. And how well thought out it was compared to, like, the game that it's like that is built around it. Just like a fabulous combat system, really well made for sort of the game that it's in. Like, the game basically, like, doesn't deserve the combat system that it was built around. which is like kind of sad. Man, my boy is a little too chunky. Oh, it's so annoying. So we could do a little bit of life there. I'm not really worried about dying because I don't super interested in playing as Poncho right now, but I did want to show like this thing is cool. The belly flop, and that they allowed the belly flop to be very cool. I'm a big fan of this whole thing. Toucan, get out of here. You've been causing enough problems. There we go. We've got our lightning coming down, which feels great. We've got our A grade. And I'm like, frankly, I'm very curious what you guys feel like is the mark of a like good combat system. So yeah, we're in the S grades now, cleaning up. I'm not sure what I would like. I would love to do also. So I think God of War, the PlayStation 2 God of War is phenomenal. The combat system was so novel at the time, really fun. So that's like good combat. I love doing games, or I love looking at games that are like maybe not. They're sort of under the radar and they do unique things. Like Tunche gives you so many options. Just so many options. Yeah, and it's really fun, and I'm a dingus. Yeah, we're just messing up this guy here. Cool river dolphin, which I think is a sick enemy. Really, I think he's absolutely awesome. When have you ever seen a river dolphin outside of anything, really? Now we're gonna get to his second form here. We've got these hands. We aren't worried too much about the hands here. He does move ponderously slow, though. You have to dodge all the way over here. Easy. Can we kill off? Yes, we can. We can kill with the super. That feels good. Yeah, in general, super fun game. But what I was saying was, I like looking at games with interesting combat mechanics, and this is one of them, being able to cancel everything. And then Conan, which also is just like a really fun, unique title with such a solid hack and slash base. And then, but I did want to look at something like Hellboy. Hellboy is bad. Hellboy and the Science of Evil is just, it's so subpar what it could be. Now we have Leech. Leech should give us quite a bit. Every enemy we kill will give us 3 health. Death. That was 3 health. We are very strong, as you can probably imagine. Sorry, squirrel. Now, so yeah, it's such a fun game. But Hellboy does, but it does have some interesting things that are fun. But just the base combat, so bad. So Conan does it, or excuse me, Hellboy does this really fun thing where it gives you a gun and it allows you to like use different ammo to hurt specific kinds of enemies. And that is cool. That's cool because like you're like, okay, I have an interesting decision to make here. Am I going to like what am I gonna like how am I gonna choose to defeat this enemy? Melee? Or am I going to do it through or am I gonna use my gun? Am I gonna use both, basically? And the gun is actually like really like it you never get any upgrades for it. It's like not that fun to use, but at the same time it feels really good. It's a 6-shot revolver. So, like it's kind of true to revolvers in general where like you get this like really nice feedback from it. It feels powerful. But it just like it's not that good. That's really nice. You can dodge roll and knock dudes up. This might be the answer to like all these guys. They're so annoying. We're also creating a lightning storm. You also notice how much life we've just from leech, which is great. Gonna keep collecting stones, and we're going to get out of our stones, our spiritual cores. We're gonna upgrade the crap out of them. But that's another nice thing about. Wait. Boop, boop. That's super cool. Ooh, that felt like it was hitting multiple times. Dude, that my melee attacks. Anyway, I was going to try to say something. Hellboy. So Hellboy feels terrible because enemies don't die when they should. And I say that because like they just don't. Like it doesn't matter when they like you could hit them 50 times. If you don't hit them a specific way, they won't die. And it's not like it's not fun. It's not fun to do it like that. I just took those hits to the face for no good reason. This darn thing. Yeah, so it's like you've got these tiny enemies and Hellboy's like smashing them with the right hand of doom, and straight up like there's just gouts of flame and lava coming up, and like the fact that he can't take them out with just like a smack is just so silly. Okay, we gotta reach the required. This is gonna be very easy. 40 hits is nothing. You can typically get that from a super. And we got it just from punching. So that's great. We got another spiritual core. Yeah, I love the entire gameplay loop of it. I do. I could probably play this game. Is this the like city thing? Bark. Oops. I think we're gonna go for this just because it's really. If this is the thing I'm thinking. It might not. So that thing is very tedious. So is that thing. But we're going to play them a little tune. That's cool. And the fact that those are only stopped by, you have these special moves stopped by. Not sure how useful that particular move is. It is kind of fun. Oh, that's kind of a cool... Now, I've only been able to get an a triple S rank on a specific character. The little boy. The little hawk boy. Who is very cool, frankly. I like him a lot. Yeah, this is getting to be... This is so easy. Just the thing... Paralysis. Okay, never mind. Ooh, this we've been looking. So one of the achievements in the game is getting, excuse me, all of these characters, and I'm super into that. I absolutely want to get everything in this game, a platinum, get every trophy. Yeah. Actually, Prime. Love it. These, yeah. You just put up. Very much. Yeah, I like some of these little, I like these character moments. I wish that some of these comics were a little more action oriented. I'm not a big fan of talking heads, but there are a lot of dynamic. There's some nice character development. It's fine. I love my family. Oh, that's right. And this dude, that's right. This dude rhymes all the time in his speaking because he's a singer poet. A warrior poet. Yeah, I like the supers. I think, oh, you telling me I didn't move fast enough? Come on. These little turds, that thing. Oh my gosh, that thing's so annoying. Clocking me for 18 a go. But luckily, tried it again. I don't think so, bruh. Now, I was really hoping to play Ultimate Destruction today. I've been craving playing, I think like a lot of these games, I've been craving playing some of these fun beat 'em ups ever since getting Tunche. And that is, obviously one of the best comic book beat 'em ups ever. Just so good. And I really wanted to play it. I think it's just a problem with my PlayStation not being able to read stuff anymore, which is such a crying shame. I don't want this PlayStation to be done. It's too good. I've had it since I think 2000. This is not my original PlayStation 2. Had it since 2014 maybe. I got it while I was living. Okay. And yeah, oh, it would be such a shame if this guy not as well. I think all it needs is a new. I might try to clean it. But yeah, it's one of those. Okay, I've seen all the characters. Which the hunter to explore. Let's go fight. This guy just takes forever. Ruma Puma just takes forever. We do have to try. So our next achievement, I believe, will be Hat Kid. Almost got him down to full. Now we just have to deal with a whole bunch of these things. Nice. So he should spawn again. Care about that. We've got his second form. Not really that big a deal. Or excuse me, not second form, but second... What do you call this? Second stage? If you don't destroy these in time, they become little puddles of lava. Back to... comes a little spike death dealing dude. We don't really care about that, as per usual. And now he becomes two different Pumas. Alright, let's just beat the living tar out of these guys too. They become a double set of walls or spikes. This is great because I really should stand this side so I get more bang for my buck. Will this do... okay. That was fine. Nice. Really nice there. Not really much they can do this fight. Again, it's pretty easy as long as you don't run into silly stuff like that. That was really weird. I couldn't hit him at all. I might get to be able to beat this dude up unmolested. Okay, so there's one down. We have to fight the other dude. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Its next form, I think I'll try super. This should hit him all the way. 10 health. Man, we were just like, we are not on his line. It's kind of annoying. Alright, so what else do I want to talk about? I'm focusing on this boss fight. Applied for a ton of jobs today. I think job searching is gonna get worse. I'm hoping to find a gig that makes sense. In the near future. But hey, we've got, you know, my wife and I are pretty well set. But dual incomes with 3 kids. Yo, Blade, what's happening, brother? Yeah, Poncho is good. Is good. I was going to play Hulk Ultimate Destruction, but my PlayStation is messed up. It's super sad. Also, let me know about the levels on the mic and the game. Let me know if it sounds okay. Uh, yeah, I was going to play Hulk Ultimate Destruction, and the game, my PlayStation, I need to take it in. Sad day, but yeah, we need to take it in. I think the laser's going bad. Dude, it's okay. The fact that you're here at all is awesome. Basically, I was just talking about, I think, like, I was talking about how I think this game does, like, basically, like, beat 'em up super well. It does, like, you can just do so much, I think is really what it comes down to. Like, um, you can cancel into a launcher if you want from basically anything. You can do basically anything you want at any time, and the game allows you that freedom. And that is awesome. That's something that I've always really appreciated. So, like, just as an example, game's a little low. Okay, I'll turn up the game just a touch. Whoop. Let me know if that's any better. So I just want to show off, like, just this is what I appreciate in combat in games like this. So stuff like you have your, like, 3-punch thing, but any of this stuff can be canceled directly into his launcher. So, like, even before even the punch connects, you can also cancel any of your attacks into jump, which is really cool. You can cancel any of your attacks into roll. You can cancel any of your attacks into super. And so that just means you have so many different options to escape situations or to create new opportunities for yourself as you play. Not only that, like, you can take combat to the air, and then you've got the stair dash. The other super cool thing that I didn't realize was a thing is Poncho has this move. He has this belly flop. The belly flop looks so lame. I thought it was going to be a terrible... Excuse me. I thought it was going to be a terrible move because he's on the ground for so long. But you do get to roll and dodge after it, which is really cool. But you also don't have to do any of that. That, like, initial jump is a launcher, and because of that you can attack out of it. So it's like a more damaging launch because it's a heavy attack. It's a power attack, and then you can attack in it. Then you can do, like, all of your air combo stuff. So this character, who looks like the typical brawler archetype, is very much a hyper mobile in combat. Like, you can move him all the way across the screen super fast. His dodge roll knocks people up in the air. I think, like, this is a very cool, like, I love characters that, like, sort of challenge tropes, and this character does it really, really, really well. Like, he has, I would say, like, in general, he is almost solely about beating people up with his fists. But that being said, he can do other stuff too. He does have a little bit of magic. He's got he's got a couple of other things that are okay. But he's very much like, it feels like they wanted to make somebody, they wanted to do something different with the big body character, and I really support that. I thought he was going to be my favorite because he was a big body, and he's not my favorite character, but he does do a lot of cool shit, really cool, that I don't really see in beat 'em ups. So yeah, super huge props to the dev team who decided to take a chance on this character. I would say, like, the thing he's worst at is his supers. Really, like, they don't feel as good as other characters, but, you know, like, I think the character should have weaknesses. And exactly. So yeah, so there's the combat system, and then there is chain lightning. So we have these things called spiritual cores, and you level them up. I have forgotten to level them up each time. And so if you look down here where those blue cores are, that 595, dude, I can level these guys up. But so we have spiritual cores, which is sort of the roguelike element of this game, besides giving yourself power, or, you know, improving your character each. But like the one you're seeing is Dazzling Style. So once we get A grade, so once we've hit enough enemies in specific ways and comboed, yeah, there's a chance for lightning to strike down and damage random enemies. So like that's really cool. So once we hit A grade, a whole bunch of stuff actually like goes nuts. So ritual blades will fly out, so they're little daggers, those daggers floating above my head. They will shoot out and hit enemies when I hit A grade. Dazzling Style will send whatchamacallit, it'll send lightning at people. We have Interlink, which when you hit an enemy with your basic attack, energy, like lightning will come out, and it'll hit enemies and jump to other enemies. So like, ooh, was my fault. This is definitely a fabulous title that I have been really enjoying. Definitely going to be collecting all of the achievements at some point. It's just really good. There you go. There you've got the energy coming out as we hit A grade. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. There's nothing any of these characters can do really to stop us. We are, and at this point, I don't think I can be defeated. It's just Poncho's really good. He does a ton of damage. If we get Rush, I think we'll be basically unstoppable. Rush, there's a chance when you have this special. I think this is explosion, so their bodies will explode. That's always. But with Rush, you have a chance to do. That's fine. You have a chance to do. I'm trying to speak, but of course I'm also trying to combo. You have a chance to. Your melee chance have a chance to hit twice. He already does the most physical damage in the game, so being able to like get double crit attacks is like so busted. Here comes the lightning. I forgot that they come out. This character is really fun. Blade, how have you been? How is Canada? You guys doing okay over there? Oh. I forgot that there's poison on the ground. I'm hoping to have this game back to, or excuse me, my PlayStation back to try some other stuff. You doing okay for now? Good. Sure, we'll try another one of these. We have a whole lot of money. I think we already have that fancy avocado thing. Defeat all enemies. Okay. I will say that these challenges are pretty boring. And not particularly good. Oh, I totally forgot that was one of the challenges. We're going to try to maximize our Poncho combat. We got hit. We're not paying attention. Luckily, we have the beautiful so much damage. We have Leech, which is certainly like the best healing ore in the game. There's also regeneration, which is incredibly useful for taking on bosses. It heals you when you're down to a quarter of your life. Or excuse me, when you're below a quarter of your life, it'll bring you back. Which, again, is so good. Are you still playing Stellar Blade? Is this going to be the gold guy again? Because he is showing up, and I'm not sure why he doesn't have a camp. Oh, yes. Yeah, this character is kind of... You got a really good thing with piercing there. This reminds me of Cherry's super in what's that game called? Okay, good. We stopped his BS. Frog can shoot some annoying stuff at us. Oh, he's doing it again. That was my fault. I'm gonna get hit 3 times. I beat the story yesterday, but I have to play it again because they gave me a choice of the final boss and I couldn't save. Dude, worst feeling ever. It's not your fault that you couldn't get whatever the thing is that you wanted. Oh, so tedious. But I know exactly what you're talking about. There was this game, I can't remember exactly what it was called. And I think it was called, something, it was like having to do with like nuclear reactors. It was a first-person shooter. And the final, like one of the achievements was like get both endings. And so I saved it right before the final ending, knowing that that was an achievement. So that was, yeah, that was annoying. Get more cores. It's always about the core. Bats. These bats are the problem. Yes, we can hit them with super. Little flies. I hit once. Ow. Ow! You'll notice that my regeneration is now taking effect, which is wonderful for us. Ow. This has actually saved me quite a bit. Through boss fights and everything else. Ow. Good, I'm glad to hear it. And hard mode. Do you like hard mode? Do you typically play games on, like, for hard mode or hard difficulties? I have found in my old age, I enjoy them. I enjoy it more because I get more bang for my buck. Like as a younger gamer, I was not super into playing games for their difficulty, but I do find that I actually really enjoy it now. Got damaged, dude. Ooh, we used the invincibility there to go through it. We got our style points up. We're nuking folks. I think there's somebody off screen. Don't you dare try to shoot me. We have so many cores. We're gonna level up so much shit. Ooh, yes, we have finished Poncho's story. This is actually really exciting. I like this. I love getting... Not really, I think it depends on the game. Usually I just play on standard difficulty. Like Kingdom Hearts, I would do critical... Now, what is critical mode in Kingdom Hearts? I only played the first game, and I really did not enjoy the second, and I sort of gave up on the franchise. What's critical mode? Is that hard mode for Kingdom Hearts? What's so hard about it? Is enemies have more health? They do more damage? Is there any other special stuff? First one had critical mode. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have played it anyway. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we have our... They do more damage, you have less health. Okay. I am not a big fan of like those arbitrary hard mode kind of thing. I would love like different attacks, different status effects that that affect you. Maybe you can like bleed, whatever. I don't like the arbitrary, like they become meat shields, blah, 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 or they just do damage. I never thought that was particularly interesting. But that being said, it definitely is nice when you get, that sort of content, and get to do it all over again. Especially if the game is fun. If the game is good, you know what, cheeky monkey. Does a lot of damage, bro. Wham! Alright, where is he? Managed to... Oh, that cheeky lizard, or that cheeky bat. Okay, some of the bosses have new moves. Okay, that, like, I'm into that. We almost got to the sneaking stage. Rushing these dudes like it's nobody's business. This part is actually really nice if you have leech. These enemies do a lot less, you get enemies from all throughout, so you get less challenging enemies. As well as some of the other guys that you fought previously. And it's just nice because, get immediately healed by 3. Each one of them you take out, which is it. Oh my god. Again. Alright, nailed that. He's one more bop, then we're on to this guy here, who is very tedious. Always does like a grip of damage. We get a little bit of health. There we go. The lightning really helping you out. So there's two things. There's both the lightning that comes down, and then there's the electricity that goes in between. I think it says it's a ray. But yeah, it's really, really helpful. We don't have a lot of health, and we will not be getting any health as we fight this dude, but we still have regeneration. Always heal us to about, I think it's 103. I think I've seen. But yeah, this is Yakaruna. Luckily, our dude is so strong. We do a ton of damage. Oh. There was no way for me to escape that. Oh, there was no way for me to escape that one too. Right here. It's kind of annoying. Alright, not bad. Here. Alright. It's fine. Here, hopefully not get hit. Alright. Alright, not too bad. We're on to our second stage here. He's gonna do... Ooh, fine. Typically he does something a little different. Does like this ball thing. Have to... He gets up into a ball. Oh, it's nice that you get, okay. Ouch. You definitely don't want him healing anymore. See if we can... Oh, I was kind of hoping... We cancel... I... Dang it. But yeah, we have to make sure we do it. I think we can avoid... this thing. Okay, and now we're going to do this, so we're completely invincible during that. Typically that will really hurt us. Ooh, okay, okay. Alright. We beat the game again. Feels good. Yeah, so we're gonna skip through. We're gonna go back to base camp, which is great. We're gonna level up so many spiritual cores. It's gonna be awesome. And the last person we need to beat the game with is Hat Kid. Hat Kid, I don't know. I'm not really like. I think I would love the game Hat Kid, but I feel I'm not connected to Hat Kid in any way, and they feel really out of. So I haven't felt like playing with them. We're gonna skip the story. We're gonna skip the credits because we have watched them. Deep Game Studios. They did a fabulous job. Fabulous job. Okay, now. Yeah, I believe, yeah, they're just a cameo. We have some stuff. Or does I like that. We have to get everything eventually, so we have now fully powered up our character. Let's get all of our. We have everything. Now we can just in this. So yeah. Oh. Talk to us. Humans not always friendly. Blah. Bogey less sad. Okay, so our boy is pretty decked out. Okay. 4 upgrades. We have 607. Now, Rush is so good. We've maxed it first. We've maxed all of the lightning. We've maxed leech. We've maxed. Okay, so I do want poison because level 5 poison. See, haven't I invested in it recently? Okay, so I've maxed out all the damaging ones. Interlink at level 5. After the energy. So, chance for the initial energy rate of 4 can hit 2 enemies instead of 1. And then it can hit a 3rd and jump to a 4th. And, like, dude, it just gets a little bit crazy with that. For burning enemies let loose small fireballs, which have the same chance to burn other enemies, which is 25%. Burn is really good. Regeneration, 15% chance to every second to gain 4 hit points. 2, really good. Second chance is like, meh. It destroys the spiritual core, but if you die, you get a little bit of health back. Like, I'm not a big fan. Ritual Blade, again, super good. I think Poison will be next. Poison is just really good, so we're just going to hang out and just do this for a second. I'm going to hold this button. I think it's like a couple hundred, maybe at least 100 are required. 200 total cores are needed for a full level 5 upgrade. But that is a-okay with us. We have now our poison. Awesome. Maybe even what's this after this? Okay, so that was about 200. Poison is awesome. Explosive touch. I think we should probably level this up as well. Really good. And then potentially, yeah, more paralysis. This will just make the game maybe even too easy, which is kind of interesting to think about. Like, do I want the game to be too... It would be cool to set it so that you could, like, start, not fresh, but you could kind of... Yeah, I guess start a fresh run without starting over. I could just do it so I don't equip any of these. I don't get any. That's a way to self-select out of these. You could just do that. Okay. So next will be paralysis. That's going to be... They really want slow. I don't care about slow. turning into Gambit. Truly, truly, literally just like exploding enemies. The nice thing about going to fix my PlayStation 2 is I have a gift card from that place, from the repair shop, that I'm pretty sure is good forever, from what I remember. So it will be kind of cool to go, like, hey look, I need maybe this repaired. Here's a gift card for $35. It would be cool to have that back. Guardian's Flight is such... This is such a weird one. Where if you hold your air dash, you'll like drop pellets. You'll drop like things onto enemies. So we'll level this up. Pretty cheap. Thing with... Okay, we could do... We probably won't be able... We'll just keep this as it. We'll get Vital Explode high as we can get for now. This is an okay one. I mean, that's essentially what happened. Just become a bomber. We would identify as a bomber. Okay, so we are looking pretty good. Okay, so we have almost everything for Rumi as well. We have all skill, all abilities. We just have these three. These guys here. Each of these has like a ton of stuff. A ton of points required, a ton of essence required. Nice thing is, we can turn in this to gold. And then buy a whole bunch of essence for our here. Actually invest a little more in... Yes. So we have max 5 potions. Oh, fuck, that takes a lot of essence. I think that there is one achievement for buy all skills for one character. That's going to take a lot. And then this, I'm almost done. I get Hat Kid, will be good. Let's check to see what character. So we have Poncho's fully done, Naira's fully done for the story. So we need an achievement for this is seeing everybody's story. Haru. So all of Rumi. We need all of Karu and all, or 3 more of Karu, and we need... You know what? We're gonna do just for 20 minutes. Karu, we've leveled him the fuck up. And I'll show this dude off too. Because this guy actually, it kind of is a bomber plane. Especially if I give him... If we get that guy, the Spirit Core. This kid's got some cool little wings. What can I do? Oh, yeah. Oh, this is so cool. I haven't gotten to use this kid, actually. This kid has got a great... He's got a great move. He's got a great launcher. Tons of... Pro wings. Yes, exactly. He also kicks dirt, which I love. He just does like a... Yeah, there's some dirt. I used him last week. Okay. We have made him much better. Yeah, we've made him much better. This move here, this little like wind, we've leveled that up so it actually hits enemies. Didn't do it there because I was off axis. Bop bop. Bop. Bam. Yeah, this looks sick though. boosted version of that looked up. We're gonna try to do that. Oh, we killed them all before we could launch them. Well, I like that you can cancel. Oh, I think I got a new. That looks sick. We got a new super too that I believe I have equipped. And you create 2 tornadoes of your. Oh, we got the flying pellets. We got this. If we get this, I think this fully upgraded flying pellet spirit core that we just created. So that will be fun to get. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, it lasts for a lot longer or a lot less time though. Why would he be attacking her? So you notice that he has a lot longer time after this move to move. Okay, I like the other version better. Having 2 was kind of sexy, but having the other one is better. Okay, let's see what this looks like. If we hold this. Dude, you drop so many. There's so much damage. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Oh, and I think. Yeah, look at that. We got a cute little doll. It's like a dummy. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's actually sick. I would love to create that in the in Tunche's domain in the final fight. This character, like, I think like the mark of a good game is when you've got, like, when you are happy to play any character, or you can find something to love about any character, which is basically how I feel about Next Dimension. Right? There's something you can love about every single old guy. There's something to love about every character in this, for sure. Ow. That does a decent grip of damage too. What's your next game, Blade? What are you excited to play? What are you excited to do? Anything in particular that caught your eye? Knowing that Stellar Blade is you know, you've still got some time into that game. All the replay with the new replayability. Just curious kind of what you're thinking. Really? You found it because of Next Dimension? Were you just intrigued by it? Because it is a sick-ass game. I spy every once in a while. I'll spy other people who are playing the game, you know, somehow, some way. And it's just like never. I want people to like look more at my channel, be like, oh, this guy plays so much, and he's so good at it. I saw a kid and he had, like, you know, thousands of views. I want to be like, look at my channel. I'm so good at this game. I know everything about it. You should watch me. But that's not how it works. You know, that's not how it works. So I always pop in and I comment. I'm like, hey, I have the speedrun world record for this game. I'm so happy that you found it. It's worth playing. I definitely like the other version. Super better. Okay. So it's definitely a nostalgia thing. Which is like totally fair. Yeah, baby. Oh, I have no idea. Yeah. No. Doing. Yeah, I bet you are. You know, it's kind of funny. I am really good. I am absolutely the best player of a dead game. Which I always think is kind of funny. Like, yes, I am 100% the best. And you know, it's a shame. I would love, I think, like, I absolutely need to get, I need to get on it about getting a new computer. Because I could play the game with people who want to play with me. If I got a new computer. Me and Rev played a couple of times. Yeah, we played like once or twice. And it was really fun. The game was like so jank. You know, but like, that's Next Dimension. And yeah, it's one of those things where like, it's just really fun. And I would love to play it with more people and introduce them to, like how competitive could it be given that, you know, I'm like the best, right? And I understand that, and it's not even that I'm the best, because I'm an okay fighting game player. I'm not like a great fighting game player. I just, you know, I know a certain amount of stuff. Ooh. But it was really fun playing against people and practicing and actually like doing the stuff. What if they made a remake? That would be amazing. If you didn't know, some of the guys that worked on Next Dimension have gone on to become like essentially pillars of like gaming. The game director for God of War Ragnarok was one of the principal designers for Next Dimension. Like it's actually like kind of crazy how like stacked that team was and how they have gotten so, yeah, it's hard to undersell how good those dudes were at their gigs. Oh man, we almost got that. We'll kill them with the dirt. Throw the dirt at him. Yeah, no, again, like the champion team lead, Omar Kendall. You know, like for League of Legends, the dude that headed up design, or at least was a principal designer for Mortal Kombat at NetherRealm for like 11 years. Worked on next to. Like that's crazy. That's crazy that I think there's another designer as well. Like they're just so talented. Um, just cool. Let's just keep going, not even worrying about it. Keep. No worries about health. We're doing this. At least. So much if we just stand there. It is sad. It is sad. You know, it's funny. I'm sorry. You asked me what if there was a remake. I never said anything. I am so in love with the first game, and I think this is like how I probably would be. I think this is how a lot of people are with their games, the stuff that they love. Like I probably could not. I probably wouldn't do too much playing of a new Next Dimension game because it wouldn't be my Next Dimension. I would absolutely play it and talk about it and try to give my take on it. But at the same time, it would never be my game. I would be so pleasantly surprised if it were, but like the jank for me is part of the magic, frankly. But that's part of it. I feel like the game is to a degree. I have a degree of own because I'm the best and I love playing it the most and blah 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 blah. Hopefully that makes sense to a degree. Whoop. Look at my cute little body. Oh. Why it's not good to do that particular. Oh, that was sick though. One of the videos, Gambit has like a 2-second delay on round 2. That's exactly right, brother. I actually have, if you haven't seen it yet, I released a video with my 10 favorite glitches. I want to say that was this year, I think, or excuse me, not this year, but it wasn't too long ago. I'm proud of that video. I spent a lot of time making it. I think it was my first fully scripted video, which I surprised it took me that long to make, or that long to do. But man, it was a good learning experience. Sure. But that is Zach's delight for rounds 2 and 3. Gambit cannot move for about 2 seconds. It's nuts. Oh, dude, please watch it and let me know what you think. Because I really liked it. I was very proud of it, and I think it did a good job, like, showing off some of the really fun, jank stuff in the game. And I would love to know your take, because you are definitely one of my target audiences. It's funny because there's a balance I want to strike I mean, like all the things that I really like. Um, I love comic books and I love video games, and I love comic book video games a lot. And I want to be able to talk about them all. Like, I fucking love playing Shazam in Injustice. Like, it brings me life. I freaking love the character and everything about him. But I understand now, like, my primary audience is probably people who fucking love X-Men Next Dimension, you know? So I gotta be careful. I want to satisfy everybody, but also satisfy no one. I need to satisfy myself as well. There are some amazing glitches in that game. I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to give anything away. But there's some really fun stuff you could... I would love to know that I had found something that the devs didn't know about ahead of time. Like, that would make me so good. I could just stand here like this. Really destroy them. No, totally. And I think, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. One of the things I'm gonna do, because I love Shazam so much, is I'm actually going to, I'm creating a video specifically about Mary Marvel and how Shazam, gosh, Shazam died in the first game, which was not great for me, because I thought, oh, great, he's definitely not coming back. Makes me sad. But he has a sister, a foster sister, in Mary Marvel. And it would be super cool if she was in the game. And I want to go over sort of her and her powers and how she might potentially play. I think that would be super cool. So, hopefully I can do that at some point. I've got a script partially written out. I have some comic book pages I'd love to show off. It's so easy to hit S rank compared to some of the other characters. Also, did you know what I found? I found that making I really want to get this kid's I found that making shorts is really easy, and I get to show off some of my like sick Shazam gameplay to players, or excuse me, to people that might not otherwise know about any of my stuff. That was actually pretty cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, I love the canceling that you can do. Dude, it's so fun. Blade, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Forever King. He is a like OG. Not know. You know what? I don't even know what the term OG stands for. Frankly, I know, but I don't know what who would be considered an OG. But Forever King been around, I believe, since MK9, and He was he was a great Injustice player, and he actually we fought a first to 5 the other day. My Shazam versus his Zod. So I think Zod is technically I think people consider him if not super top tier, very close. He's a really good character. And it was very fun to play against somebody so talented. I managed to steal one game off of him, and then he just spanked me for the next few matches. So I'm gonna put that out. But that was a fun Justice thing. To fight someone of such renown and then come out on top for one game. You gotta eat your humble pie, frankly. It's important. I think we'll beat Botu here, and then we'll call it a night. Yeah, this silly thing. Yeah, and you're not expected to know who they are. But it is cool that I was able to play somebody. Oh, that was weird. Doing the wrong thing. Pretty easy. Shazam is such a fun character. Oh, so close to home. That was enough. Easy. Easy, we don't need to eat. Yeah, take this. Ooh, dude, you'll have to let me know how that is. I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I love roguelikes. And I believe that's kind of like that. I would love to know what you think. Yeah, I would love to know what you think. Because it does feel like a... And I love my boy Donnie. You have a favorite Ninja Turtle? And have you read the comic? Because it is so good, the IDW comic. I wish that... What is it for every system? Because I would consider getting it on here. Why do I feel like it's PC only? That's not nonsense. Don't have a favorite Ninja Turtle. That is unheard of. But good for you. Good for you. So many. You've not read the comic. I would absolutely suggest it. If you're into comics, I'm sure your local library maybe has 1 or 2 of the volumes out there. But oh my god, that spear. Forgot that we have regeneration. This could be another little run. Ow. Are looking of items. Now we already have everything. We get boot. Only on PC and Nintendo. Okay, yeah. So I was thinking. Okay, so to avoid traps and stylish. Stylish. Out. Oh. Oh yeah. What? I forgot about the traps. Oh, there's no way I can win now. If you get to the monkeys... Yeah, there's no way to win. But that's okay. Needed to be done anyway. Kill me, monkeys. Kill me. See how many points we can put into the stuff we... $13. Oh, we still... The monkeys make it impossible, brother. They make it impossible. Okay, that's it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching me and listening to me ramble about why this game is cool. The combat is so high. It's just a good experience. It's just a good game. It's a game that I really like. Not that everyone would. Yeah, dude. Blade, thank you so much again for dropping by. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna maybe solidify for everybody. Very odd. That's what I'm at. Some days I have a meeting with we shoot the breeze on Wednesdays. Sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't. Yeah. Big thanks to Mocha357, to Avler, and to Joseph Gibbs for supporting the channel as members. Blade, if you ever got money to throw my way, think about it. If you ever got the means. But also, of course, please keep on it. And check out that glitch video. Love to know what you think. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Talk to y'all later.